I feel like there's a woman here, and she's the mother.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm good.
We're here today at the Midland Public Library.
We're gonna go on a bit of a tour and learn about the history from Scott Cooper, who works here.
Hey guys, thanks so much for coming. I guess I'll take you on that tour. You ready to go?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Awesome. So we're in the original part of our library here. This is the original building. You have to think of the library now in two steps. It was originally built in 1913, and then in 2010 we had this big wing put on and attached to the other side of the original building. And so I like to think of this as the original part of the building and the new part of the building. Where do you guys want to start? There's lots to tell you guys about, but
Just
You
lead us
lead the
through.
way.
okay, well, we'll
Yeah.
check out this first. This is pretty cool over here. I'll show you the old. Basically, you can see over here where the original limestone from the original 1913 building meets this new wing. It's with the nighttime, it's a little tough to see the opening to the windows and stuff, but this is all the original building, and this is only about, I guess, yeah, about 7 years old now, but this is where all our kids' stuff is. We have a little kids' story time and all sorts of fun library stuff around here. So the library is actually not originally a library, it was a post office and customs office, which I find really interesting. So not until 1967 did this space open up as a library.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the old original staircase. There's some cool old lamps off here. I like looking at these from the top.
Do you know if anyone's had any experiences or anything in here?
Not that I've heard of. It's a funny building. We talk about this a lot because I know lots of staff have had different experiences, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty busy kind of hub, and there's lots of stuff going on, and I don't know that people necessarily slow down sometimes to take in that energy. But certainly this would be a really good place to start if we want to, you know, sit in here quietly for a minute. Maybe you guys will pick up on something, but
I mean, it did feel a lot colder.
It did, like right
it's-
here.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's it just is an odd place to be cold. When we've got windows on this side, we've got more building there, we've got
Sure.
the
It doesn't feel
stairwell.
drafty or anything.
We were on the second floor. We were in that archival room there, and
It wasn't even going to be part of.
yeah, it was really interesting because it wasn't originally part of the tour, but there was something, I think, drawing all of us to it. And we walked in, there was a distinct cold spot that I know I certainly felt. And there was just something else with the whole room. There's an old vault in there, and it just felt like there was something there.
If anyone is here in spirit, can you please move the pendulum back and forth to answer yes? I'm kind of feeling like nobody's here.
Do you want to take us up to the third floor?
yeah, sure. So my favorite part, I was really excited to save this for last and take you guys up to see the clock tower. You guys will check out the upstairs, and then we're gonna go up the clock tower. No one's ever seen this before. I'm so excited to show it to you guys, so it's gonna be awesome. So we'll just go this way, but sure.
Employees only. most experiences we had were on the third floor and
The tower.
up in the tower.
Which surprised me a lot, the tower. You wouldn't expect anything you wouldn't expect anything to be up there. As he said, not really many people even ever have the opportunity to get up
Yeah.
there.
I don't know where the lights are. Oh, there they are, right there. And it's,
I love it. I love this already.
I do too.
Feeling it.
Whoa.
yeah,
Feeling it.
oh, this is the spot.
You can
man.
like feel
Yeah,
the
man,
floor
so-
moving.
In the hallway, it felt like there was someone standing guard. I felt like there was someone, like a security guard or someone of power in that hallway from the very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. Just. What's that? Is that the?
Sounds like a freight train.
It does.
Do you hear that?
I hear it, yeah.
It's at like a passage. It's spooky. It feels like it keeps coming at me. Weird.
Compressor closet right there. Might be pushing some weird stuff out.
So it's as if it keeps rolling and gets higher and higher on you. I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Hang on one second. I think it might be coming from here. It's weird. There it is. It's right there. It's just the HVAC.
Huh.
It's
It for sure like
you can
it-
actually hear the rattle, but I bet you it wouldn't shock me if that was coming through.
That's totally it.
Yeah, of course.
It's just the,
but
the tonality of it really gets you.
Especially through the mic, especially when
It did, and that's why I had to stop
the
because
imaginations are firing.
it was. This was weird.
I always feel like there's lots of stories in this old guy. It's been updated, but is this someone's kitchen, you know, with the slanted plaster walls and, you know, it feels like.
And then in the kitchenette area, there was a really uncomfortable energy in there, and we did a pendulum in there, and very interesting experience in there with that.
We just want to ask you a couple questions. We're not here to disrespect you or your space. We're going to ask you some questions, or I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm just going to ask if you can move the pendulum back and forth for yes and in a circle for no. Is there anybody here? Did you die in this building? Are you a little boy?
I don't know why, but I have a feeling I can't even explain why. I feel like there's a woman here, and she's the mother and the boy, and she was abusive to the boy.
Do you think she's here?
I feel like she's here. She feels guilty now for what she did.
I started feeling sick.
Felt like there was someone behind me the entire time of doing that. So when Erica said that she had the feeling that there was the mother and the child there, it made sense to me because I truly felt like I felt someone over my shoulder the entire time that I was connecting with a different spirit.
He doesn't want us to leave because he's scared of his mom, who's still here.
This is that creep that
Yeah? Did I read?
Yeah, I'm good.
Scott, do you know anything about who's lived here?
I know, I don't know anything about the family dynamic and their thing. I know that there have been a few different families come and go through here, but I don't know much about the history of it. I know no one ever died here. I know that, I don't know if that matters or not. But it's very possible there could have been a mother-son dynamic in a family in this home at some point, but I don't know.
When you connect to something like this and these high emotional states too with like a spirit, you just kind of like, you can't do anything. Like, what can you do? And it's,
Did you want to do anything in the room over here? Yeah, it's really nice.
you said that there was a lot of kids stuff on this floor, right? Like there was a lot of.
No, one floor down.
Oh, one floor
from
down,
here,
so
yeah.
third floor.
Yeah, this was the apartment during those days.
Right.
There's like a weird like temperature thing going on. Oh yeah, no, it's not at all.
No, you just feel it?
It was weird.
Jamie, you okay?
No, it just sounded like something or something.
If you shut the lights off and walk down the hallway with the trouble lights and stuff on, there's a vibe up here.
Oh, I could feel it.
Yeah.
Even still.
Have you heard any stories, or has anyone shared any stories with you up here at all?
Not up here, but like I said, if we dim the lights and just sat quietly up here for a little bit, I think you'd vibe out. I used to come up to my office and grab things out after hours and just, I won't turn the lights and walk down, and I would go, I don't like it. I just would feel uncomfortable. And you guys want to go up the clock tower? Because I'm gonna freak out big time.
I do.
There's just by the way, there's no lights, so we have to whatever we're going up there, we're going up with the lighting of the camera here. So
Let's do it.
just be really careful. Well, I guess we got our cell phones and
I
stuff.
have mine, so.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go.
Up to. Oh boy.
Wow. Oh my.
It's fun.
In the clock tower, it's actually, people can see it whenever they drive around the light, but the light's actually just a single incandescent bulb sitting up there. So. Like you just have to stop and think about the presence of the Midland Library clock tower, and not many people have seen it up in here. It's super cool. I think is that north. Yeah. So any direction in any town, you can see what time it is.
There was a different energy and coldness in there as well. And we decided, it's such a unique spot. Well, let's just try to do a pendulum.
Is there anyone here?
And I don't think we've ever seen it move as,
It was going.
quickly and as confidently than as we did up there.
Are you a child?
Connected to the spirit of a young child. I was saying it kind of makes sense, right? We've been fortunate enough to speak with a medium consultant and talk about the different kinds of ghosts that there are, and there's some that aren't aware that they've passed. And to me, that's what she kind of struck me as a little bit. And if you think about it in that way, is this child that's been there forever. or for a very long time is, you're in a public library. That's a public space where there's people coming in and out all the time, which can be scary for anyone, especially when they're not really sure what's going on. So to retreat or hide in a place like that kind of makes sense.
Are you happy here?
Oh, come on now. My camera just died.
Did you just interfere with Jamie's camera?
Wow, I've never seen that thing move like that.
Ask her to turn it back on.
Yeah, turn my camera back on would be nice.
Turn it back on.
That'd be impressive. Well, it just went back on. Yeah, that was a lot more than I expected to find. I honestly didn't expect anything to come out of that, but there was seemed like there was a couple things that might be hanging out there.
If you see a light, go to the light, okay?
Yeah, I'd really love to do some more investigating on the history of the Midland Public Library, because especially up in the old apartments, I think there's a lot of stories to be told. There's a lot of people that come and go in an apartment setting, and I think it'd be really interesting to see if what we experienced and the stories that were communicated to us are, if there's any way to tie that into real people and to real history.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if what we experienced was an actual thing, or if it was somehow just fabricated from our minds. But it would be cool to see if there's any history along those lines. Thanks for joining us on this investigation.
Don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest updates, behind-the-scene photos, and exclusive videos.
Well, the camera didn't actually shut off. It was on standby.